Hi, good morning. My name is Yoko-Mia and today I will be doing my Food 2602 Food Practical 2, my year module. My student number is 22019839. This is my kitchen. So for question 3 of my project, I need to prepare a traditional South African meal. So I will be making chicken feet with pumpkin leaves and yellow pap maize meal. So to start off with the maize meal, I'm going to boil some water in a pot for a minute. And let me just show you. Right, so to continue with my maize meal, my water is currently boiling. I have a bit of cold water here and I am going to add my maize meal to my cold water and mix. So I'm using about a cup of maize meal. Let's throw it in. And now going to mix it with a spoon with the cold water. Make sure you mix it well. So as you can see, I have added the cold water pap mixture into the hot water and now I'm mixing it on the pot. You need to mix this continuously, and to make it yellow pap, I will be adding a bit of turmeric, about half a tablespoon of turmeric. I'll just throw it in here. Mix it in here, and then throw it into the mixture. Mix. So I just finished mixing the yellow pap now. I will be dishing it out into this bowl and setting it aside. As you can see, it's nice and still. This is the final product of how the yellow pap looks. So I'm going to set this aside and begin on the chicken feet. So to begin with my chicken feet, I put some water on a boil. So let me put that up a bit. Okay, some water on a boil, and I'm going to add a pinch of salt to this water. And when the water is boiling, I will add the chicken feet. Right, as you can see, my water is now boiling, so let's add the chicken feet. Here is my chicken feet. Allow that to boil for about 10 minutes and then I'll check back with it. Right, so now you can see the chicken has been boiling for about 10 minutes. So rinse it with cold water. Okay, I'm taking the chicken feet and cutting it. Right, now to continue with the chicken feet, I'm going to put a little bit of oil in my pan. What I'm going to be doing is I will be blanching the chicken feet. So after my oil in my pan heats up, I will be adding some diced onion as well as some diced mushrooms. So I've just washed these mushrooms now. Let me just show you how I'm going 2 porcini mushrooms already diced. Let's wait for my pan to heat up. So the oil in my pan has now heated up. I'm first going to add my onions. And I'm going to let that brown for a bit. I'm going to put my mushrooms aside for a moment. And I'm going to start spicing the chicken feet. The first spice I will use is paprika. I will be using half a teaspoon of paprika. And then just shake this around. Get it all mixed in there. And then with that, I'll be using Cajun spice as well. Half a teaspoon of Cajun spice. Right. A little bit of salt. A little bit of freshly ground black pepper. Okay, and now I'm just gonna shake it a little bit and massage the spices in, and then once this starts to brown up a little bit, I'll add the mushrooms. Now I will be adding my mushrooms, my porcini mushrooms. I'm going to allow them to brown. Right, so my mushrooms and onions have been sauteed, so I'm going to put them aside into a bowl now. Now that it is in a bowl, I will be putting it one side and getting ready to blanch the chicken feet. Right, my pan is hot enough to now flash fry the chicken feet. So here we go. Right, here we go. Chicken feet is in the pan. Smells quite nice. Right, now I'm going to add my red and yellow cherry tomatoes. I'm going to add about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nice big ones. Then trim off nicely. Shake off the excess water. And now add them to the pan. I'm going to add my mushrooms and onions from earlier on. And shake that around as well. Okay, gonna flash fry that for a bit. start by placing the pumpkin leaves like this in a decorative manner. And then I'm going to dish my yellow pop out into a smaller bowl. Now I'm going to place the yellow pup on top of the pumpkin leaves. Now that the yellow pup is on top of the pumpkin leaves, I will now put the chicken feet on. I'm just going to take it and place it like that on top. This is how I have plated my authentic South African dish. It is pumpkin leaves with yellow pup and chicken feet. I added some mushrooms and tomatoes around it as well, sauteed. And for the drink, I have a coconut. Over here, I have the yellow pup with the chicken feet on top of the pumpkin leaves, sauteed in mushrooms and onions with cherry tomatoes.